Hey there, musical people! Today's video is requested by you. I'm gonna go over the slight changes that I made to my negative harmony version of the Hotel California solo. If you haven't seen that video yet, then I highly recommend it. The feedback I've been getting from you is awesome, and I'm so happy that the video turned out so well. At the moment, I'm working on a few other similar covers, and I'm not gonna say what they are, but if you want to see them, subscribe, ring the bell, you know the drill. The video about the negative harmony version of the Hotel California solo is going to be linked down in the description, so if you haven't seen it, check it out, and if you have seen it, maybe watch it again. Anyways, let's get to those nuances, and there's 4 of them. The first one is a change of the key, and I didn't do this on purpose. I actually messed up while I was transcribing the song. I thought the song was in A minor, which it's actually in B minor, and I transcribed the whole thing and got the notes, learned the solo, and then when I put it together with the chords, it didn't work. I did the transcription of the chords in A minor, and then I transcribed the solo in the original key. I don't know how I did that. Anyways, that's what I did. And when I put the chords and the solo together, something just didn't seem right. And the chords that I got, since I started from a B minor, the transcribed version was in B major. And the chords that I got went like this. Which is the same thing that you hear in the video, except it's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps higher. So 2 whole tones higher. So by that time, I already knew the whole solo, and I thought it was easier to just change the chords instead of learning the whole solo again in a different key. Well, in my opinion, basically the G is a bit more groovy. It's a bit more bassy. Well, maybe because it's lower, but it just sounds better for me. Comparing that to it's just a key change. It's still negative harmony. Now the second thing that I did was the original chords that you get when turning it upside down to negative harmony. Towards the end of the phrase you have what in my case was D major to C minor and back to a G. Now for the purpose of this song, I added a C major in there because I just really like the way that the chords work that way. I think that it just makes the chords resolve back to the G a bit more fluently. I mean, you've heard this a million times in Disney songs and stuff, not only, everywhere, where you do the C major, C minor, and G. So that's what I did. Yeah, so it's not that big of a change, just one note. Or is it? And then of course I had to implement that major and minor third in the arpeggiated part at the end, where you have a D major, C major, C minor. So normally it would be where in my case it's the C part is like this. Just one note of a difference, but a whole new sound. Okay, the third thing. In the original solo, they did a lot of bends, okay? So if you have a bend in the original solo that goes like this, then in the negative harmony version it had to be something like a pre-bend first and then letting it go. So it's from to. So if you have a lick in the original solo that goes like this, it's kind of hard to keep up with the bends, because I'd have to do a pre-bend something like that. In some places, because I did do bends wherever they felt comfortable to play, but in other places where you had to do like a bunch of pre-bends and then letting it go, I would do slides instead. So instead of going, I would do just a slide down instead of a bend. Alright, and that would lead us to our fourth change, which is the smallest of all, I would say. This last little nuance change has to do with tempo. The original song is in 150 BPM or something like that, and I slowed it down just a bit by 10 BPM, so it's in 140. I think that slowing this song down by 10 BPM just gives it a bit of time to breathe. Yeah, that sort of thing, if you get it. Anyway, enough of that. Those are the 4 changes that I made. I think they're just little tiny nuances, like I said. But if you think something different about them, let me know in the comments. If you think they had a big impact on the final result of the song, let me know. I don't know, decide if they're small or if they're pretty big and I should do another version where I'm very, very strict to the rules of negative harmony inversion, which is just changing the notes and nothing else. Or are there any rules? Probably not. It's music, come on. And like I said earlier, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss future negative harmony versions. I already have 2 that I'm working on, and if you like them, then there will be more. Anyways, until next time, see ya.